And here we go, guys! Welcome everyone! The Somero versus... Oh, sorry about that. The Somero versus Hope. We're gonna see for Somero, the blue player, on the left-hand side, playing with Mongols, 40% faster working Hunters. Is gonna get 30% extra HP on Light Cavalry, Hussar, and Step Lancer line units. Besides that, we'll also see for Somero Civilization, 25% faster attack and cavalry archer units for the team bonus, 2 extra line of sight on scout line units. And for Hope, in the red color, we'll see the Chinese playing with 3 extra villages upon start in the game at the expense of 200 food and 50 wood. The Chinese will also get 5 extra line of sight on TCs, as well as 5 extra garrisoning capacity on TCs. And then for the rest of the bonuses, the Chinese will get 10, 15, and 20% cheaper cavalry art, technologies in the field castle and imperial ages. And for the team bonus, they're going to have 10% extra food per farm for free. I have a hot tea at hand already to try and help with the sickness, so you're gonna have to give me a second to try and have some of it. I gotta try and have it while it's still hot. This one's got ginger. It's got lemon as well, and it's pretty good that you gotta kind of have it while it's hot. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll feel better already. Today I feel better than yesterday, so hopefully tomorrow is going to be even better, and it's not going to be churning for the worse like it happened earlier this year. In July, when I got sick, for a few days I felt like crap. Then I started feeling better. I was feeling actually pretty good, and then I just went right back down to misery for another full week and spent 2 weeks in agony. But that's not going to be the case this time around. We took a look at the civilizations already. Let's take a look at the map generation. So for the blue player, we have the main gold up in the north. We have secondary gold down the south, and the other secondary gold is going to be down the south over here. It's very hard to see. It's right next to the minimap. While for stone, we have the main stone on the back, and then the secondary stone is going to be up in the north. Berry bushes on the right hand side are looking very good, but kind of exposed a little bit. We could see some walls like this, potentially like this, to try and secure some of these resources, mainly this gold, potentially the stone, right? And then this woolen as well will be fantastic. But the berries are going to be exposed, and it's going to remain the case until he eventually ends up going for like a tower over here or something, so that he can also collect wood from the center. Kind of similar to what you see on Atacama instead. Meanwhile, taking a look at Hope's map generation, the red player, he's got the main gold on the left hand side. Secondary gold is going to be on the right hand side. The other secondary gold is going to be on the left hand side. Both of these are very far away. And then the main stone is on the back, and the secondary stone is down the south. And I think that's going to be about it, right? You could see some walls like this, perhaps. Try to secure the stone, try to secure the gold somewhat, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be anywhere near as good compared to the walls that Somero could potentially get himself. Yeah, none of the wood lines would be secure, for instance. Hope is getting some vision already of Somero's exposed economy, mainly the villagers taken from the deer over here. Meanwhile, Somero, I don't think he's gotten too much information about Hope, right? Yeah, he's got no idea. Might have 2 extra line of sight. He's used that to scout his own resources, and that would be about it for the most part. Heal. Is here ready for Somero. Hope. It's gonna be there in 35 seconds. There we go. Barracks is coming out just in time. Hope is rushing it though with 3 villagers. There's a few LHs here. The barrack comes up. He's gonna go for a stable next. He's not collecting any gold. He's going up 21 population, so it's gotta be scouts. Meanwhile, on the left hand side, Somero. He's gonna try to collect some of the deer here as well. And this is probably one of the better maps to play Mongols on because of how much hunting there is available. So this is already second patch of deer that he's gonna be collecting from. He's already depleted, or is about to deplete the one on the right hand side. The wolves are not coming up whatsoever from Somero. The wolves are not coming up for Hope either. Scala just came in for Hope. He's got some farms on the way. Nice. Somero. Not so much. Still banking and hunting for the most part. It's got a defensive spearman even. I'm just slightly concerned about the blue player not getting any scouting information. He barely knows where the red player is. He's sending some of the scouts right now, so we'll see. He's got 2 over here on the way. Meanwhile, Hope is also forward. Trying to put some pressure with 1 scout over here. He almost manages to get one of the villagers down. Somero isn't able to get too much damage done. As a matter of fact, ends up taking a lot of damage. Taking 2 hits from the spearman. Here we go. Beautiful so far. The game has stabilized. Nobody's going for the center, which should put the Mongol player in a much better position because of all the hunting that's available around the map. Meanwhile, Hope is not only ignoring the water at the center, but now he's going for the walls, the Great Walls of China. I don't know about this, man. Somero's here with the scouts. He's gonna be careful. There's a spearman over there, and the spearman does take the weak scout out, but we still have 3-4 scouts left over here. He's gonna go after the spearman once again. There's another spearman on the way over here. He's gonna try and make a play for it. In the end, he will take the spearman down, and now he's left free to go after the villager, so he will get 1 villager down over there. He's gonna go and try and get another villager, and for sure he's going to get it, as he's got too many scouts for that not to be the case. And there is another spearman over here, most likely going down the nod, but 2 extra spearmen come up from the red player he brought over from the right hand side, and that's going to leave the blue player and only 2 scouts over here. He does end up taking a few losses, but he did manage to get the only villagers down in the game so far. Meanwhile, back home, Somero, he does have some defensive spearmen himself, and Hope not so much. Let's take a look. Here we go. Down this out. Extra scouts coming over from Somero once again. Yeah, and he cannot really make anything happen against the spearman over there with the amount of scouts he's got left. So he's bringing his own spearman forward to act as a meat shield, and the scouts can take the villagers down. That's one of the spearmen already from Hope going down. 3 spearmen left against 4 spearmen from Somero. The blue player is certainly the one putting the most pressure over here. Not only has he managed to get the only villagers down this game so far, but also because of his much lower idle TC time, although that's not really... Yeah, there we go. He was idle in TC for a little bit over there, but because of his much lower idle TC time over here, he's been able to prevent and kind of compensate, kind of offset for Hope's Chinese bonus over here of the extra villagers. And you can see that we have the same working count over here for both these players already. Here come the scouts. Oh, he almost gets another villager. Beautiful. There we go. More villagers going down now. The spearmen are going down as well. It seems like the red player is about to get cleaned up over there. Another villager crumbles from Hope. As he was hoping to gather enough resources to scrap enough economy to click up to the castle each. Somero will end up getting a few extra villages in exchange. That's another pair of villages going down from the red player, making it 8 villagers so far that the red player has lost to the scouts from Somero. Somero's not stopping anytime soon. And Hope, he's still trying to make a play for the castle each, but man, you are under so much pressure. Hope cannot ever go up to the castle edge, or at the very least get to the castle edge with a working economy, so long as he keeps on ignoring defense production. So long as the blue player is able to get more and more villages down, that's going to be 2 additional villages going down. Another pair bites the dust. And Hope, with 10 villagers so far, finds himself 6 villagers behind Somero. And while the red player was able to click out to the castle edge, you know, Somero's economy right now should be much stronger because of all the villager kills that he's been getting so far. Hope, 7 foot workers. He's trying to get defensive towers up around the map. And the scouts from Somero have put a lot of pressure. And they're not done. They're not done. If Somero keeps on roaming around with the scouts, taking advantage of the mobility, plays his cards right, he should be in a position to still take a few extra villages, right? Like, for instance, all the spearmen over here, they're completely out of position to defend the gold miners on the left-hand side. Now, Hope is going to try and fix that by bringing the spearmen over the left-hand side a little bit more. But that's still going to leave some of the villagers up in the north exposed. So we see yet another villager go down for the red player. Racking up 11 losses so far because of it. And Somero shouldn't take much longer to get up to the castle edge himself. Still roaming around the map with some of the villagers, trying to find extra hunting. For the time being, he's going to have to make a play for farms. And he's using the market. The market's going to help quite a bit, so he will be on his way to the castle edge very soon. But Hope is behind by 12 workers, guys. There you are, Castle H is here. Hey guys, welcome back. Good Mongols, we'll see. Another player playing with Mongols is certainly looking stronger. Should have gotten yet another villager, but in the end, I don't think it matters too much. Hope finally gets to the castle edge. What does that give him? He lost the archer range. He's had to go for another one. He's going for yet another one down the south, but he doesn't have a crossman upgrade. Doesn't have Bucking Arrow. He's got some knights on the way, but given the amount of units he's fighting against, a few knights not going to suffice. And if he tries to go forward, we'll see Somero get vision of the knights and should be able to put up some defenses. Or not? Somero? Okay. And another villager goes down! By the berries. So here comes the knight. He's gonna get one villager. He's probably going to end up getting a lot more than one villager over here. Somero is still about 20 seconds away from the castle edge. There is time for the knight to get a little bit of extra damage down. That's another villager going down. That's going to be probably a lot more than just a few villagers scrambling over here. Finally, we get a spearman over there for Somero, but that is yet another villager. Oh, that is very close. In the end, he saves the vill. But on the right hand side, that is a lot of archers from Somero. Now he's getting the Bakken arrow upgrade. We're gonna see Crossman come up very, very soon. He still has 10 scouts to upgrade to light cavalry. Make that 9. And with the light cavalry upgrade 5 seconds away, the scouts are going to clean everything up from Hope. As the red player runs out of defenses, he goes on to call the GG, and Somero was going to find himself at a 1-0 lead against the Vietnamese player. So let's go through the achievements before we jump into game number 2. Was over military, a better KD for Somero, approaching 3-2. For economy, a better economy for Somero, getting about 2,200 extra resources for society, 5 higher villager max count as well, and overall a very well played game from the Mongol player over here. Very interesting to see the Chinese completely ignore the water, given the Mongols were going to benefit from the hunting so much. And here we go, guys. Welcome everyone to the next game of the series. In game number 2, we're gonna have Hope play on the left-hand side with the Ethiopians. And as a matter of fact, you know what? Give me just 1 second. I'm going to fix the name. I should have done this before. 1 second. There we go. So Somero on the right hand side playing with the Gujaras is going to be facing Hope on the left hand side, who's playing with Ethiopians now. We talked about Ethiopians in the previous series, but that was a different story, so let's go through the civilization bonuses once again. The Ethiopians are going to provide the red player with 18% faster attacking archer type units. It's going to have an addition to that with the Ethiopians, the pikeman upgrade for free he gets. Also, with the civilization, 100 extra food and 100 extra gold upon reaching a new age, while for the team bonus, Ethiopians will have 3 extra line of sight and outposts and towers. Now, Somero playing with the Gujaras, he will get 2 additional berry bushes. These are going to be worth about 250 resources, and then need a TC. We also have an addition to that for the Gujaras. The ability to garrison herdables inside the mills, and we also get for the blue player civilization 10, actually 20, 30, and 40% higher bonus damage from mounted units. While for the team bonus, their camel units and elephant type units will get trained 25% faster. Hey Hots! Hi, welcome. Welcome to you. Hey, Petro, as well. Hello, amigo. Hope everything's going alright for you. Things are picking up for me. Yesterday I was very sick. And today, thankfully, I'm not feeling quite as bad anymore. And right now, I'm actually feeling better compared to when I started streaming, so that's good. I'm having some tea as well that helps. Lemon ginger. And I think that's about it. Some herbs, I think. My flatmates prepared it, so I don't know. Maybe some. Who knows? Let's take a look at the map generation though, as we already introduced the civilizations. What do we get for the right hand side? We'll see that Somero, he's got the main gold up in the north. He's got secondary gold on the left hand side, and then we have the main stone down the south, and the secondary stone up in the north. Shouldn't struggle too much to get the walls up. Probably something like from here to here, here to here, right? Would be good. And although it's kind of tricky to get the walls up properly over here because of all the holes, if you play your cards right, eventually you will be able to close this up. And ideally, he will be able to secure this wall line. Now, with these walls, the unfortunate situation is that he doesn't really get to secure either of the golds. He doesn't get to secure either of the stones. So the map generation for mineral location over here is really poor for Somero. Well, if we take a look at the map generation for Hope, on the other hand, what do we get for the red player? He's gonna have the main goal down the south, forward, in front of the TC. He's got the secondary goal on the right-hand side, and then the main stone is on the back. And the secondary stone is forward as well. This should present the red player with a little bit of a better walling opportunity compared to the map generation that Somero has gotten. So while it's going to be pricier if the red player goes for something like from here to here, and then like this, he will be able to secure at the very least one of the resources on the back, and then a full wood line over here, which will be fantastic as well. So the stone, the wood line over there, and just the golds are going to be exposed. The secondary stone is going to be exposed as well, so that's not ideal. The berries will be exposed as well, but I would say that the map generation is, for the most part, kind of comparable between these players. One's going to have a back stone, the other one's going to have a back berry bushes, and that'll be about it. No. Yes, this is Serengeti. Serengeti for game number 2. So we saw Jungle Swamp for game number 1. Serengeti for game number 2. We'll see what we get for game number 3. Here we go, Village is coming out for both these players. And Hope is going to be there a little bit later, but remember he gets extra resources upon reaching the next stage. Meanwhile, Somero, he's got the barracks coming up. He does have some gold miners, so it's going to be archers for him. He's taking his sweet time though. He's gonna up on 19 workers. And he's taking his sweet time to get the archer range up over here. Meanwhile, Hope on the other hand, he did go up after going for a few militia. So we'll see the Drush coming in over here. Overall population is going to be significantly higher for him because of that. 24, otherwise it'll be 21, right? And it's going to be archers for him as well. He's playing with Ethiopians. It makes sense. Somero he's going to try to match the red player, and we'll see if he's going to be able to do it. The archer range comes up just in time. And let's check. Here come the militias. There you go. We might see a villager go down. That is so close though! Hope! Got a little bit too greedy over there. A little bit too optimistic. Trying to chase the villager to the TC, and in the end, yeah, you know, the Minotaurs for the most part got completely shredded down. So now we have almost no HP on one of these Minotaurs. The other one is not gonna be able to get the villager. Oh, he got the villager at the very last second! Beautiful, beautiful snipe over there for Hope. Interestingly enough, now the red player will be ahead in score. There we are. Yeah, and the game has stabilized. Somero, the only player to have taken a villager loss, is also the player to get the most idle TC time this game so far, which will allow Hope to pull a 2 worker lead against the bull player. Bouncy walls are coming in now. Ready for Mr. Hope. Yeah, and overall, Somero's looking alright still. Should be able to defend himself just fine. Hope is getting a lot of bang for the buck for these archers, even if he's not getting any villagers down. He's preventing Somero from putting pressure with the units that the blue player has been going for. It's not the end of the push either. Hope is trying to send extra units forward, but because he's getting trapped over here, it's probably just going to get cleaned up. Very unfortunate for the red player. There we go. Sorry about that once again. Oh boy. Feeling better overall physically, but the coughs are worse. You know, that time when you are recovering from illness and then you start coughing, but there is nothing there and it's just so painful. Yeah, that seems to be my current stage right now. Good defense for Somero. Once again, big bang for the buck. Hope might end up losing most of the units he's been sending forward, but he's been able to keep his base protected. He's been able to keep his economy running. He's been able to stay up in worker efficiency and has been able to get enough resources to click out to the castle age earlier compared to Somero by a lot, because of all of these units being forward and preventing Somero from utilizing his own units to go forward and put any pressure against Hope. So right now, it's looking better for Hope. Not by a little bit, by a lot. Which means we might end up seeing the red player take game number 2, and this could guarantee a 4-game series, of course. If he does end up taking this one, that's going to be the case, but we'll see. Somero was also under a little bit of pressure last time around, and he was able to bounce back just fine. We'll see if he'll be able to do it right now. He gets one villager ahead. He's going to be able to click out to the castle age in a moment. He's going to get there about a minute and a half after Hope does. Yeah, about so. A minute and 33 seconds of a head start for Hope to the castle age. And in the end, Somero will end up falling behind by one extra villager. It's not too bad overall. But something else worth keeping in mind is Hope has not gone for heavy plow, or actually not heavy plow, sorry, horse collar. On the right hand side, Somero's got 18 farms with horse collar already. He's got a stable on the way. That's gonna be the first stable for him. But this is going to be good for Srivamsharai, the production right, and should be able to clean up the archers for the most part. So we'll see. So far, so good. Beautiful. Crossman upgrades here for Hope, so now these units are significantly stronger, but once again, the moment Somero gets to the castle age and he gets access to the Srivamsha riders, he should be in a good spot. Now, the problem is going to be production potential. It's got a single stable, so it's going to take some time for him to get a good amount of units out. So he gets to the castle age already. He's got the Crossman upgrade, blocking our upgrades, coming up himself. Cancels crossbows, as he had only 3 archers to work with, 7 skirmishers. Instead, it's going to go for elite skirmishers. And it should be able to defend against this just fine. Let's see if he can get the university up on time. He was trying to go for ballistics, hopefully. Without taking too long to go for it, and he gets the university over there. So there you go. And elite skirmishers is here, so now if he can just take care of these scouts, should be in a pretty good spot. So he's going to use the villagers to try and take the scouts down. Should be able to do it. However, one of the villagers is going to go down. Actually, more of the villagers might go down. Not quite. The scouts get cleaned up as the villagers over there come out on top. The skirmisher sent up, pushing the crosses away. We have a second line of units coming up in the north. The knights, the one knight right now. Hope is going to go for more than one, of course. He's able to get yet another villager, and so far it's been Somero, the one to take the most losses. 6 workers dead already from Somero. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. So far, so good for Hope still with the second TC. And Somero not going for any extra TC anytime soon. It seems like the red player is going to keep on pulling further and further ahead in work account. Good defense so far for Somero though. The knights over there are going to soak a lot of damage as the camels go down from Somero. Now Hope is looking a little bit stronger than Somero. Well, he might have been able to clean out the crosses over there. Doesn't end up calling the GG. He knows his army is about to get cleaned up. Doesn't want to keep on trying anymore. So that's gonna be game number 2 going in favor of Hope. Equalizing the series over here. And as we were expecting, as we were hoping for, Hope is going to guarantee a 4-game series over here. And we'll take a look at what game number 3 is looking like in a moment, but let's go through the achievements first. Military 1-1 KD, 26 of 26 kills and losses for both these players. Stronger economy for Hope. In the end, he ends up collecting 401 extra resources, and that's going to be the 200 extra wood and food and 200 extra gold that he gets by reaching the feudal and castle ages. Right? Well, for society, we see a higher villager max count for Hope. He was able to make use of those resources. He was able to make use of that extra economy to get further ahead. And yeah, overall, Somero struggled big time. Could have kept, he could have kept on trying to keep on going a little bit more, but in the end, he decides to just respect the lead that Hope had built for himself and call it GG. And here we are. Welcome everyone. Once again then to game number 3 in the series. Somero playing up in the north with the Portuguese. And Hope playing down the south with the Burgundians. Let's take a look at the civilizations and starting with Somero's first. The Portuguese will give him 20% gold discount on units. It's going to have, in addition to that, a access to Feitoria right in the Imperial Age. And then on top of that, we also have for the Portuguese 25% wood collection from berries, similarly to how it works for the Poles with 33% gold collection from stone. For each unit of food that the villagers collect from the berry bushes over here, the Portuguese are going to get 0.25 units of wood. Besides that, Portuguese will also have, for the team bonus, 30% faster research and upgrades. And that's going to be about it for the most part. The rest of the stuff is going to be for water maps. Down the south, we'll see that Burgundians are red player civilization, and he gets a 40% food discount on eco upgrades that he gets access to 1H earlier compared to other civilizations. On top of that, we'll also see for the Burgundians 50% discount on stable upgrades, as well as access to the Cavalier upgrade in the Castle Age. And then for the team bonus, he also gets food front relics in addition to gold. It will also have 25% higher attack and gunpowder units, and I think for the most part that's going to be about it, right? Put on the table, beer's open, let's go. Let's go, Teo. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. And thankfully, these guys are securing 2 additional games, so this is not going to be the last one, and you're not going to be left high and dry halfway through your meal. I imagine, right? I imagine 2 games are going to be enough for you to get your food finished. Usually when I have food, it takes me about half an hour. That should be about 2 games. That should be about 2 somewhat quick games. Otherwise, should be like 1.5 games or so. Are there any other series after this one? No, this is the last series for the day. Tomorrow we're gonna have 3 more sets. And on Sunday we are going to have 3 more sets as well. So 31st and January 1st we are going to have 3 more sets each day. It's a round of 18, right? So we have 9 series distributed like that. 3 series per day. Alon says 3 days. And the slowest eater ever can munch on food for hours. Oh, okay. Well, here's hoping that you're going to have enough for your meal. That's a lot. A lot of time to have your food or a lot of series. Anyway, for Scholars Comedy, now for Hope. Somero, not so much. Let's take a look at the map generation for both these players. A lot of series? Yeah, it's fine. 3 best of 5s in a day is okay. 2 best of 5s in a day if the series are close is definitely okay. 4 best of 5s in a single day. It's doable, but it's rough. We have seen oftentimes in the past stuff like that go for over 12 hours. But yeah, 3 seems like it's alright. So taking a look at the map generation, we're going to see that the bull player gets first off the main goal on the back. He's got the main stone on the back as well, and this is actually really good because none of these resources are exposed. Meanwhile, the secondary goal is going to be on the back as well, beyond the walls, and the other secondary goal is on the left-hand side. For stone on the other hand, we have the secondary stone over here towards the southeast, beyond the walls as well, similar to this. Those are going to be too far away for him to collect from these unless he secures those areas of the map in later stages of the game. This one and this one though, those are absolutely fantastic, and this one is actually quite good too. Taking a look at the map generation for Hope on the other hand, what do we get for the red player? He's got the main goal on the back too, and this is a very, very nice generation in the sense that it seems to be fairly fair, right? Even. Secondary goal is going to be on the back as well, beyond the walls. However, the stone situation is not going to be quite as good. The main stone is forward for Hope. Now, I am not really sure if the stone over here is too far away to get spotted by a scout or not. Let me take a look. Obviously, in the Dark Age, the scout's got no vision almost. But in the Castle Age, that's going to increase by about 4. And I don't know, actually, if he... Is it 4, actually? I don't think it's 4, right? I think it's probably just 1 and 1. No. It is. Okay. But I think maybe in the Castle Age, he will be able to see it. If he gets vision of this one, though, the bull player that is, then, of course, as we often say, especially as he's playing Portuguese and he's going to be the one trying to go for a 4 castle, he could go for 1 castle over here to deny both this gold and this stone. Over 12 hours, he'll be kind of like Mem. Yeah, Mem thankfully doesn't seem to be going for quite the same massive crunches as he did in the past. So hopefully he gets some more time to do stuff that he loves to. Yeah, but back in the day, I remember he used to stream for so long every day. There we go. Nice knife from Hope. And here comes Somero. He did not get vision of any inner resources from Hope. And Somero, well, he's going to drop the castle in front of the goal regardless. And it seems like he will actually be able to still deny the stone over there, won't he? We'll see. He doesn't want to go for... I mean, he can go for the castle right next to the walls. He's gonna have to target one of the farther away tiles, of course, because he cannot immediately target the ones underneath the castle, but... There we go. Yeah, it seems like he will. Once he gets Fletcher and Bakinaro. Maybe not deny this stone, but... It's going to be kind of risky for Somero to... Or actually for Hope to collect from this one. We'll see. Here he goes. Beautiful. It's gonna be able to come in. He's got already the first 2 organ guns and he's going for more. It's coming out pretty quickly. Doesn't take that long for them to train, so he'll come in already with 3 organ guns. We see the siege workshop coming out for Hope. It's going to need monasteries over here though. It's oftentimes going to be the right answer against these units. Especially with Burgundians, he could go for redemption. He could go and try to get some of the units down. Meanwhile, Somero seems like he's just going to get away with this though. So far, I don't see any monasteries coming out whatsoever from the red player. And Somero should be thinking of going for a monastery of his own at some point so that he can go and try to collect the relics. However, because the only player with a scout left is Hope, it's going to be kind of difficult for Somero to secure the relics. Here we are. Notice how he's paying attention over here and trying to move the units because he was expecting the mangonels to come out at any point. And he does end up taking 1 mangonel down without losing a single organ gun so far. This is really good. Nice shot. In the end, one of the organ guns goes down. However, the mangonels over here did not get enough damage done, and so long as Somero pays attention and tries to focus the siege workshop down, should be able to get some good damage done over here. Now by taking the siege workshop, but forcing villagers from Hope to try and repair it, potentially taking some of those villagers down. And Hope's gotta be careful over here as well. Good shot. Another good shot. And the siege workshop crumbles. Here we go. He's bringing some villagers over now to try and repair and reset the HP of these organ guns. DC. Seems like it's going to be the next thing to crumble. From the red player in Somero. Somero's not really doing much of anything else. He's not even going for any extra organ guns. He's not going for any extra TCs. He's going for a siege workshop. Let's see about this. Well, that'll certainly allow him to double his production potential for siege, of course. Right now, he can only go for organ guns. If he can start pumping mangonels over here, that should leave him in a very good position. As we are going to have mangonels and organ guns versus just mangonels. But Hope is doing a really good job over here, keeping up for the most part. He doesn't up. Oh, wait. Oh! The monk converted the scout from Hope. So now Somero will be able to finish collecting the relics. In the end, he had already collected 3. He's going after this one at the center, which was guarded. And then he should be able to finish collecting this one as well. So this is actually really good from Somero. Well done. And now the mana is coming out, so his push is getting stronger. Very, very good pressure coming from the bull player right now. 4 mangonels for Hope to defend himself with. He's delirium a house over here, trying to get a defensive castle up as he notices Somero's villagers are coming forward. The bull player is going to relocate the castle foundation outside the walls once again, and while he won't be able to deny this stone, still, it may not matter. We don't have too much left for the... Yeah, for the red player to collect from anyway, because the secondary stone is already outside the walls, and then the main stone is the only that he's got potentially access to, but the organ guns over here are making it impossible for Hope to collect from it. Then Somero should still be in a much better position. It's gonna be the first player to go up to the Imperial Age. He's in the market right now to balance his economy. Now to the Imperial Age. He goes. Somero! Going up so much earlier compared to Hope. We'll leave the red player wondering what the hell did Somero get the resources from. As a single TC all-in push over here from Somero. Usually it's going to hurt his economy. It was strong enough for him to scrap enough resources to go up to the next stage. Meanwhile, Hope is getting close himself. He's not too far off, especially with the amount of workers he's got. Still outnumbering Somero's economy by about 9 units. Shouldn't take too much longer to go out to the Imperial Age himself, but this is already going to put Somero in a much better spot. He already is getting a 1-minute head start for himself. And with 2 castles versus only 1 over here, the bull player should be able to go for trebuchets compared to Hope. He's just going to go for trebuchets himself as well. Bombard cannons potentially once he gets to the Imperial Age, but it's going to be so much later, especially if he's banking on going for bombard cannons. He needs to get chemistry. That's going to take forever, and yeah, we already have a massive head start to the Imperial Age for Somero. Here we go. Imperial H is on the way for Hope. Over 2 minutes of a head start for Somero. He's got the Troyes already on the way in Hope. Hope is hope, and the game's not going to be over right away, but we know, of course, there's not really going to be too much up to him. So it's going to be up to Somero's unit control. And potential for pressure over here instead, as we see the first two Troyes come out. Yeah, there we go. If we had Fletchen and Balkinaro, this castle actually from Hope would be able to target one of the Troyes from Somero. In the end, it's not really possible, so... Guess it's scrambling, guys. We still have a lot of organ guns over here from the bull player. We have a bunch of monks with redemption. Theocracy is coming in, and chemistry is on the way now for Somero as well, so you should be able to better make use of those monks with theocracy to convert the mangonels from Hope, and once he gets chemistry, you should be able to go for bombard cannons as well. So the castle crumbles from the red player, and we'll see. The TC goes down next. Not fast enough to prevent Hope from getting to the Imperial Age, but what is... honest to God, Hope going to go for it? He's got stables? I mean, I guess he could have gone for the Gallia upgrade when he was on his way to the Imperial Age, so he would already have it, but he's only going for it now. I think he might have forgotten about it. Either that, or he just made the decision to go for cavalry when he was already kind of close to the Imperial Age. It's got a Cavalier upgrade, it's got scale bar and armor. Right? So there we go. Yeah, nice shots overall. He ended up getting a bunch of conversions. The units that did not get converted got taken down, but the bombard counter now, we're gonna have a lot of monks over here left still for the bull players. Got a lot of organ guns as well as the trebuchets. Taking the TC down is not going to be too much of an issue for the bull player. Now coming in with the organ guns, putting pressure up against red. Which allows Somero to take this one, and yes! As Hope calls the GG, Somero will end up getting the lead over here for himself once again. Making use of his home map to get a 2-1 lead against Hope. Will have his home maps to make use of for game number 4. Or one home map left to make use of for game number 4. I see already made use of one of those in game number 2. Let's go through the achievements once again. What do we get? For military, a better than 3-to-2 KD ratio for Somero. For economy, a stronger economy for Mr. Hope for sure, and for society. We'll see a higher villager max count for Hope. That's going to be about it. Well, he did manage to get about 14 extra workers out throughout the game. He ended up taking the most losses, while Somero did not take a single villager loss over here, and because of Somero's single TC push over here, in the end he was able to spend all the resources that Hope ended up spending into the second TC, the extra villagers, the farms and whatnot, into just going up to the Imperial Age, going for the second castle, right? Well played. And here we go, guys. Welcome everyone then to what could very well be the last game of the series. We're going to see towards the southeast, Somero playing with Lithuanians. Which means he begins with 150 extra food. He's going to get 10% faster movement skirm and spearline units. Besides that, the Lithuanians will also have 1 extra attack on Knights and Lycha units per each relic garrison up to 4 relics. For the team bonus instead, Lithuanians get 20% faster working monasteries, while Hope Civilization, the Malians, are a fantastic civilization for a map like this as well. The red player is going to get not only 1 extra pierce armor on barracks units per age starting in the Fuel Age, up to +3 in the Imperial Age, but also, we'll see for Malians, a 15% discount, wood discount on buildings. Is going to have 30% longer lasting golds. For the team bonus, universities work 80% faster for the Malians and their teammates. Taking a look at the map generation, starting with Mr. Somero. We'll see that the bull player, he gets the main goal up in the north, secondary goal towards the southwest. The other secondary goal is going to be towards northwest, very far away though from his base. I don't think this is going to be too accessible. This one on the back might be good though. And then we have one stone on the back as well and one stone forward. Now the thing is, if you wanted to protect this, he would have to go for some sort of walls from here to here, perhaps something like this, right? And the problem with that is that he wouldn't really be able to protect too much from the right hand side. So he's gonna have to make a choice over here. Does he want to go for? Yeah, the woodline over here will be protected. Does he want to go for the gold over here on the left hand side? Does he want to go for the stone on the right hand side? Does he want to protect a full pond? Meanwhile, for Hope, on the other hand, he is a little bit closer to the corner of the map, so the wood lines are naturally going to favor a potential full wall out towards the border of the map like this, towards the edge of the map. But, unfortunately for the red player, going for something like this, well, it would definitely secure one of the lakes over here, right? It wouldn't really do much of anything for the wood lines. He does have the main goal on the back though, so that's good. He's got a secondary goal over here on the right hand side as well, so if he does end up going for the walls like this, he should be able to secure the stone, the gold. And then the secondary goal and the secondary stone on the left hand side will be beyond the walls, unless he went for something like from here to here and here to here instead, which seems to be part of the plan. Notice the location of the house over here. It's obviously just one building and it's not going to be enough to define what it is that he wants to go for, but it's kind of in a diagonal position. God damn it, Gus. Nova Inc. The old times. Oh! Hope is getting the lames going. Alright. We were talking about this the other day. You're kind of banking on... Yeah, you're kind of banking on the... Wait, how did the scout manage to lame the boar over there without taking any damage? Let me take a look, actually. Where's the other boar? Did he already take the other boar? I don't see the other boar. Ah, there we go. The remnants are underneath the TC. Right there. Alright. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. You kind of need a standard star tournament in order to get the lames going, right? If you get a Deep Waters League star type, that's going to make laming much more difficult because you're already usually in a position to go for the boar right away. Unless you go forward and get like no scouting whatsoever, then yeah. Power MBL shines upon the dude. The dude shall receive the power. There we go. PLH is on the way from both these players, and it seems like in the end it's not going to be the diagonal wall that I was expecting over here. It's just going to be houses to houses. Lisha's coming out from Hope up in the north. Oh, a sneaky dog coming in from Somero, but Hope already noticed, and Somero will be the first player to get to the PLH mine. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, we'll see a scout over here from Hope, and that's about it. He did not bring a villager, but he is bringing a villager over. He is bringing a villager over, and with the scout, he pushed the fishing ship away. And so long as Somero keeps the fishing ship working, though, it shouldn't matter, right? He should still get vision over here to spot any potential dogs. Yeah. So the Fire Guy is already on the way for Somero. He is a little bit earlier to the PLH. Meanwhile, Hope, while he saw he had vision of the dock. He's not going for fire galleys himself at all. Here we go. Yeah, beautiful push from Somero. Finally a fire galley on the way from Hope, but there is a second fire galley at almost the same completion percentage from the bull player. Yeah, just a few seconds of a head start over here for Hope, but because he was not paying attention to the fire galley, he actually ended up taking the most HP losses over here, and it seems like he's gonna get cleaned up. Yes, sir. Then down the south, we see the Minotaurs coming over straight into the wood line from Somero. It's going to be very difficult for the players to keep up with everything that's taking place. Two of the Minotaurs go down over there. They do manage to get one of the villagers down. However, because of the fire galleys from Somero, he should be able to get some of the fishing ships down up in the north as well, and he will. So up until this point, we're going to see 2-2 KD for both these guys. 1-to-1 ratio overall. And on the right-hand side, the dock came up for Hope. He's going for a fire galley. However, Somero, once again, is going to be in a better position as we see a fire galley coming out from Somero at a very similar completion percentage compared to Hope. It seems like on the right-hand side, the bull player is going to look just as strong as he looks up in the north, and it seems like Hope is giving up. He is giving up in the north. Somero on the right-hand side is looking stronger over here as Hope is trying to get extra fire galleys to, for dear life, get any type of damage done over here against Somero. The bull player is looking much stronger though. Let's bring the spearman. Well, he won't be able to deny the dock. This is still going to leave the red player in a little bit of an awkward spot. There we are. There we go. That was pressure on land. It's going to be his only chance at coming back into this game after Somero. Push him away from the north. Then on the right hand side might be Hope the one to get control of this pond. But Somero's not giving up over here yet, as Hope had given up in the north. We'll see just demolition raft coming out from Hope, and this means he most likely not just tried to go after. Oh, okay, that is not good. I thought it was going to go after the fishing ships. If you are going down over here, if your dock is going down, going for a demolition raft is usually going to be for taking some of the fishing ships down, at the very least going down swinging. But in the end, he just goes after the fire galley. It doesn't really achieve too much. The pressure from Hope. Once again, because Somero had a kind of an awkward map generation, right? He had to make a choice and pick which resource he wanted to protect, and in the end he tries to wall around this gold up in the north, but he does not get enough time to wall to the edge of the map. So the archers from Hope, they are still looking darn deadly over here, and he should be able to push the villagers away from gold from Somero. And Somero, right now he's one worker ahead, two workers ahead. Hope is getting a little bit of a idle TC time over here. He got housed over there for a moment. About 24 seconds of extra idle TC time, so that's going to amount to one villager, of course. And yeah, Somero is actually starting to pull a stronger lead over here. He's going for fishing ships in addition to villagers, so he's producing economy at a faster pace compared to Hope. Why aren't your channel points named avocados? Oh, because avocados are much pricier than a single channel point. Bones are cheap. Also, avocados is what I get when somebody donates or cheers. Hey, Web Jose, welcome back. Hope you're doing alright. Long time no see. There we go. Oh, the archers, no, they're coming in. It's open on the wall line, so now Hope is finally gonna get the damage done that he needed here with a bunch of villagers going down already. These archers have already massacred the wall line. Absolute carnage. As the units keep on moving up in the north, Somero reacts to it, but a little bit too late. Not only is Hope able to take the villagers down over here, but also it's gonna be the first player going up to the castle age, and Somero was looking stronger before. It's going to clean up, but the looks of it, Hope's presence on the right pond over here, after cleaning him up in the north, he's the only player with a back pond over here as well, so that's going to be 3 ponds under his control very soon. But of course, it doesn't matter if Hope is the first player to get to the castle age if he goes for crossbows and is able to keep on massacring the units from Somero around the resources, around the woodlands here. We'll see. Been here a few times recently, only silently. I see, I see. Yeah. Castle age is here for Hope, and Somero's like, nope. Nope, 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 nope. I'm not having any of this, and he calls a GG to give Hope the 2nd point in the series over here and guarantee a full series for all of us. Let's go through the achievements one more time. We'll see for military a better KD for Hope, approaching 3-2. For economy, stronger economy for Hope as well, getting about 700 extra resources. For society, we'll see a higher villager max count for Hope as well, and that's going to be about it for the most part. Thank you so much for the resubs, very much appreciated. And yeah, hope you're doing alright. Hope you had a very Merry Christmas if you celebrated. I think you did. The big 5-0, yes sir, yes sir. And also, it's incredible. Yesterday, I was going through my archives, very old stuff, very old videos that I had in my hard drive to go through at some point in time. So yesterday I was going through some of it. Still have some ways to go before getting through all the stuff that I need to go through. But yeah, you were there as well. I was just talking to Zlotty as well. He was there too, and it's fantastic. You know, some of those videos were very, very old, and seeing you guys there and knowing that you guys are still around is very humbling for sure, and makes me hope that I am doing something right. And you know, it's been great. Hope everyone's doing well. Christmas was fine. Been sick since the 26th. And not only you, my man. I went out for Christmas to have dinner and stuff, right? For Christmas Eve, and then lunch for Christmas. And on the 26th, I already started feeling how I was getting kind of sick. So if you go to the previous stream spot, you will hear myself, you'll hear me saying it feels like I'm getting sick. And then yesterday it was awful. I guess that the worst part of the sickness hit. And then today thankfully I'm feeling better. I don't know if quite as good as on the 26th. On the 28th, sorry. I don't know if quite as well as on the 28th, but certainly better compared to yesterday, and I'm hoping that tomorrow I'm going to be fine as well. I had a relative invite me over for New Year, and I don't know if I'll be able to. It all depends on how well I feel. Alright. Let's take a look at the civilizations, let's take a look at the players, let's take a look at the map generation for both these guys. Somero being the player to favor close maps and use an arena for his home map for game number 3. Is going to have 45 clearing over here with a very strong civilization for a map like this, but the Malay. That means that the blue player is going to have first off, with this civilization, a 66% faster age research time compared to other civilizations, and then on top of that, for the Malay, we also have 30 and 40% cheaper elephant battle type units in the Castle and Imperial Ages. And then for the rest of the south of the Malay Gate, those are going to be mainly for water maps, so or for habit maps, right? So that's not really relevant over here. So let's take a look. The quick walls are coming in right now. He was trying to trap the scout, not gonna be able to in the end. That's a little bit of extra idle villager time for the blue player. While the red player, on the other hand, I was not really expecting him to go for the Berbers over here, right? I was expecting him to go for something else. What else did he have? I don't remember right now, but he had another civilization that was going to be so much better for a map like this in the end. Berbers is an interesting choice, and we'll see if he can make it work. So often we have said that it's not so much about the civilizations as it's about the players. And we'll see if that is the case this time around or not. For Berbers, Hope is going to get 10% faster moving villagers, as well as 15 and 20% cheaper stable unit production in the Castle and Imperial Ages. We also see for the Berbers, for the team bonus, access to Genitor, and that's going to be about it. Meanwhile, taking a look at the map generation, we'll see the Somero. He's got the main goal on the back. He's got the main stone on the right hand side. This is going to be too far away from the walls to get spotted, I think. Although from the right hand side, if we were to see the red players scout alongside the edge of this wall, he might get enough vision over here, but I don't think that's going to shape much of anything in terms of decision making if you wanted to go for castle drops, which I don't think we're going to see, but yeah, this stone over there is not really close to any other resources to potentially justify going for a castle drop around the gate instead of going for 1-4, right? So yeah, the gold, the stone, these are going to be safe for the most part. The secondary gold is going to be on the right hand side. The secondary gold stone is going to be actually forward over here, as well as the other secondary gold as well for the blue player. Meanwhile, taking a look at the red player's map generation on the other hand. And we're going to take a look at the Drush in a moment, alright? But taking a look at the red player's got the main goal forward, so this one could potentially get spotted. He's got the main stone on the right hand side. And then the secondary goal is on the right hand side, very far away. The other secondary goal is going to be outside the walls. And then the secondary stone is going to be on the left hand side, very far away too. Now, this goal could get spotted by the blue player. And because there is already a stone over here to potentially deny, one single castle over here from the blue player could potentially end up denying both these resources. We're going to see. Yeah, and the Drush didn't really achieve much of anything, did it? These palisades have not gotten touched even. We have the Minotaur's upgrade, so Hope is going to try and put as much pressure as humanly possible over here, given the units he's got at hand, and Somero is not really going to struggle too much to get the walls up. He's going for 2 tiles of stone walls. It's going to be fine. Wrong chat? Yeah. Not at all a Rosa moment over there. Here we are. Strength come in. He's gotten through the first layer of palisades. We have the stone walls to battle through next. Notice Somero's going for extra layers of walls over here. Up until this point, he's been able to get 2 extra villagers compared to Hope. He manages to go up to the castle age. That's going to go up to 5 extra workers for the most part. Should be good. Should be good. Let's see. Yeah, it's unlikely he's gonna be able to breach through the stone walls. From this point onwards, it's just gonna be a race to the castle and Somero, he's got Horse Collar, he's got Double Pickaxe, so he should be a little bit better, right? He's got extra villagers. Hope he's got Double Pickaxe, but he does not have Horse Collar, and he's already started going for farms. So it won't be the best economy for the red player to speak up. All right. He's gonna try still though. It's gonna take forever for him to breach through the walls. But Somero's already getting kind of close to having enough resources to go out to the castle age. There we are. Extra walls coming up now. Somero's bringing villagers over. It's going to be a tower, alright. They should be able to defend over here, right? These archers, even with fletching, won't have enough range to push all the villagers away. Yeah. So it's Somero's gonna be fine, guys. Here we go. Yeah, so they should be on the way now for Somero. Hope is getting close himself. But Somero clicking up earlier with the melee is nothing short of amazing for the blue player, right? He's going to get to the castle so much earlier already. And it's a given, the melee going to the next stage will inherently end up on a higher worker count compared to your opponent, but because he's clicking up earlier, he's going to be there even sooner, and he's going to be able to go for TCs much earlier as well. So if he wants to make a play for economy, this would be the way to go about it. Given the fact that we don't have even a barracks for the blue player, you can expect him to make a play for TCs instead. And we could see for the blue player, one TC next to the goal, probably over here between the goal and the wool. And I'm not really sure if there is enough space over there, but there is potential for a third TC over here, maybe on the right hand side by the stone over there if he deletes the house. Alternatively, he can go for a TC outside over here to protect the gold over there, and then potentially go for some walls like this from here to here and here to here to secure this area as well. We'll see. Heavy plow is coming in. Bosa is already there for Somero, going full economy. Meanwhile, Hope, of course, won't be able to go for it until he gets to the castle age, and it's going to take a while. There's a lot of time and resources invested from the red player trying to break through, and Somero is in a world of his own. There we go. Castle Age is here ready for Hope. But Somero, he's got a defensive Magneto coming out to push the units away with. And pow! Get out of here. And out of here he will get. Second TC on the way for Hope. Third TC on the way. Surprised to see Somero taking so long to go for the extra TCs. He's only now going for the second one with only 3 villagers though. It's not ideal. He's only 4 villagers ahead. And he had to go for the defensive siege workshop over here in order to push those units away. Honestly, I don't think this was necessary. Because he already had a second layer of walls over here, I think he would have been better off going for a second TC over here. There we go. So the TC and the TC, right? And then go for the siege workshop afterwards. Like, those units are going to take forever to breach through the first layer of walls. After they got to the second layer of walls, you will still be able to get some good damage done with a defensive manual. So it's... I don't know, it seems kind of redundant. At the center of the map, Somero is the first player, the only player to go for the relics right now. We'll see that Hope is going for a monastery, but it's coming in way too late as we already have 4 freaking relics coming in for Somero. And let's take a look at Bull player's line of sight over here. He knows where the 5th relic is as well, so he should be able to go and collect it too. Collecting all 5 relics from the center is very good. Even if your opponent ends up getting all the relics outside the fortress, right outside the woods, that's going to be 4 relics total with 1, 2, 3, and the 4th relic over here. Go. Yeah, and so far, well, Somero's been able to stabilize. Now finds himself about 5 workers ahead, so was able to kind of build on his lead a little bit, but not by too much. And now that we have a 4th TCF for Hope as well, it should be only a matter of time until the red player catches up as well in worker count. Let's check. Yeah, now it's going to be Hope trying to put pressure through the front of Somero's base. Not gonna happen, man. Not gonna get in. Ever. So, Somero scraps enough resources to go up to the Imperial Age. Hope is finally pulling ahead in work count. He is on 5 extra workers compared to Somero. It's gonna take some time, but Somero will be the first one to get to the Imperial Age by quite a lot, and he's got a lot of stone as well, so very soon he's gonna have enough to go for a 4 castle. Notice that he's bringing the villagers over already. As we stated, the gold from Hope is exposed enough that Somero shouldn't struggle too much to spot it, and if he realizes about the gold over there, then he could go for 1 castle on the left hand side. Unfortunately though, it seems like he's pretty hard set on going for the castle on the right hand side. So what is it that I'm saying? What is it that I'm saying? Take a look at the line of sight of the monks over here. It's huge. If the Bull player had gotten vision of this, just sending the monks over the right hand side, the left hand side, sorry, he would have been able to spot the gold over there, and if he got the castle up over here instead, should have been able to deny both these resources, the stone and the gold. Getting the castle up over here is not really doing much of anything for him. Yeah, well, now he realizes about the gold, but it's too late. He does have, well, it's too late for the first castle, but he does have 12 stone miners, so it might not be too late for him to go for a castle over there anyway, once he gets enough stone to go for the second castle. Regardless though, Somero's push is coming in hot. He's got a lot of units coming very soon. With double archer ranges, it just needs to make use of the buildings properly and queue from both of them as opposed to only one. And then he's got a barracks in the way too. Nice conversion on the left hand side. The villager gets trapped though. Yeah, and on the right, once again, I hope it's just gonna try and come in with the Minotaurs and the archers. You know, the right hand side is the only area where Somero is not protected by stone walls. So it might be possible for Hope to come in actually eventually and maybe get some damage done. Now because of the TCs though, it's going to be very hard to get a substantial amount of damage done. Regardless though, the castle breaches through the stone walls up in the north. Somero's coming in, and you know what? He does not need to go for a castle on the left hand side anymore. Well, he's got enough resources to go for a second castle. He's already breached through over here, so he can come in. Go for a castle inside the walls from Hope. And there we go. Here we are. Oh, Trebuchets already unpacking to target the castle from Hope. Should be able to take the castle down. There's another trebuchet over here though that he needs to pack up and send forward. Right now Hope is getting his own trebuchet out, so he should be fine. Against one trebuchet only, yeah, he should be fine. Somero could go for bombard cannons, and he does actually have one already out. While Hope, he is going for the first bombard cannon, but Somero, where does he have his bombard cannon? I don't see it actually. Where is it? Oh no! He went. Oh man! He went for the bombard cannon from the siege workshop all the way on the back. If he had gone for it from here, he would already be in a position to go and take the trebuchet down over here. Meanwhile, the Genie Taurus here actually doing really well to defend against the trebuchet, but it shouldn't be too good for too long, right? We have Scorpions over there, and the Genie Taurus, while they are pretty solid against Archer type units. You take a look at the bonus damage over here, they are pretty solid against Archer type units. And they have some bonus against Spearmen as well. They're not going to be quite as good against like any other type of unit, so Somero could try and make a play for something else. Right now, it's going to be just Scorpions and Bombard Cannons from him. Pikemen, Scorpions, and Bombard Cannons. We'll see if it works out. Trebuchets for the blue player once again. It's going to try and make a play for it. We have the Bombard Cannon there for the red player as well. And now Somero is repairing his own Bombard Cannon before it goes down. But at the end of the day, it's really going to be up to good unit control over here to see who's going to come out on top. Yeah. Here we go. Trebuchet goes down from Somero, but the Bombard Cannon goes down from Hope, and this is a huge deal. Now Somero can't take the Trebuchet down over here. He's gotta be careful. The Genie Taurus are actually punching quite a bit. He gets one of the Bombard Cannons down. However, he does end up losing yet another one, the red player that is. There we go. And the Trebuchet goes down. There's another Trebuchet left over here. Can he do it? He'll do it, alright. Taking the Trebuchet down. He stripes Hope out of defenses. With just the fortification itself standing still over here from Hope. Somero's Bombard Cannons over here are numerous enough. for him to go and try and take the castle down. He will only need something against the Genitor and skirmishers on their own. You know, they are not going to be strong enough because of the much higher HP for these units. Bombard can certainly help a little bit, but without good unit control, Somero risks taking quite unfavorable trades in terms of cost effectiveness. We finally see Genitors in action. Yes, sir. Beautiful. The castle's going down, and guys, the castle crumbles. Hope gets housed at 150 population. Somero, on the other hand, is going to keep on putting more and more pressure over here. We knew that Somero was going to favor the closed maps. We saw the moment we saw the name of this player on today's billboard, but also it was quite clear the moment he went for the map draft, selecting arena and fortify clearing for his own maps. That's where Somero feels the most comfortable, and that's where Hope struggles the most against the blue player. It seems like he's going to end up losing the Genitors over there to the bombard cannons, to the skirmishers. Hope is trying to bail over here, still housed pretty heavily, losing a bunch of villagers right now as well. Somero, he's looking absolutely fantastic. He's looking borderline unstoppable. Hey, Turnip. Hi, welcome. There we go. Beautiful. The bombard cannons from Somero is still standing strong here. And Hope is unable to get any damage done. He kind of gave up on the push on the right hand side, to be fair. Nothing that he would have been able to do with Fuel H units, right? In the Imperial H already. And then on the left hand side, Somero is even as cautious as to get the walls up over here, just to make sure that he's still completely closed off and doesn't allow for Hope to come in with any units and get the raids going. So that is really, really good. And Somero, let's get it to 200 population, guys. Hope, 135 population support currently, doesn't even have enough houses to keep on going for units. Struggling so much that DC's going down next, and he keeps on getting pushed further and further back. Here we go, just Genitors defending. Hope standing over here, and it's not going to be enough, man. It's not going to be enough. We have our ballistas coming in from Somero now. It's going to start putting a lot more pressure. As the skirmishers on their own, of course, probably wouldn't be enough to finish the game. Our ballistas, on the other hand, yeah, you got my attention now. There we go. The GG's coming in, guys. Hope taps out as Somero takes game number 5. Is gonna be the one moving on to the Gold League, the third qualified player today. And Hope, on the other hand, gets knocked out of the Silver League over here. Not without putting up a great fight, though. He did go down after on the Decider series after getting through the majority of the tournament. So, we will have, by the looks of it, only 2 sets tomorrow as opposed to 3. But let's go through the achievements and let's discuss the schedule afterwards. For military, you have a better KV for Somero. In the end, it's going to approach 3-2. Not quite as high, but very close. For economy, we have a stronger economy for Somero by quite a bit. And for society, we see a higher worker count for Somero. Not only at the end of the game, he took the fewest losses over here with 22 villages going down compared to 45. For villager max count, that was much better for Somero as well. And that's going to be about it for game number 5. So well played. Somero